Terence Crawford shut down all debate with a bold prediction that leaves no room for doubt in the Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois rematch.
Usyk.
You a lying dog.
I don't know, that blow was...
If that blow landed on you like that, you wouldn't say that as a, you would say what?
Usyk.
You would say it's a low blow if it was landing on you.
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Terence Crawford didn't mince his words when asked who wins the Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois rematch. He answered with complete certainty, Usyk, hands down. That simple but bold prediction from a two-weight undisputed world champion quickly stirred debate across the boxing world. Crawford, who is preparing for a high-stakes showdown against Canelo Alvarez himself, stood firmly by his belief even when asked to revisit the controversial first fight between Usyk and Dubois. In his view, the much-debated moment in the 5th round, where Dubois landed a shot that was ruled a low blow, didn't change the outcome. He believes Usyk was never truly in trouble and insists the Ukrainian will win again, no question.
No, I'm not mad at the ref for calling out a low blow.
Usyk.
He a Usyk fan, bro.
You right.
That is your guy, though.
Usyk's a good dude. He's a hell of a fighter.
Usyk
He's
gonna
on the
win.
belt.
But the first time before Usyk fought Tyson Fury, did you think Usyk could beat Tyson Fury
Usyk.
truthfully? No.
I picked him both times. Stop
No, the
playing
first
me.
time you picked him?
Both times.
Because you was high on Tyson Fury at one time.
Both times. I knew the movement was gonna give Tyson Fury problems. Tyson Fury, you know what I mean, is a great heavyweight champion, but he never was fighting people that's as elusive as him.
You seen Ryan against Devin, right?
First clash between Usyk and Dubois took place in August 2023. Usyk won the bout via 9th round stoppage, but it didn't come without drama. Many fans still debate whether that 5th round punch from Dubois was actually low. The referee deemed it illegal, and Usyk was given several minutes to recover. When the action resumed, he slowly regained control and eventually finished the fight. Despite the controversy, Usyk walked away with his belts and a firm grip on his legacy.
I've been punched in the stomach by sparring partners and I've been kicked in the groin by ex-girlfriends. When you got hit around that area, what did it feel like?
Це було боляче, it was pain.
The pain that makes you sick in the groin or the pain that makes you gasp in the belly?
You know, like a punch and like a seed and like a up, down, up, down.
But it was a body shot. It was a body shot.
Okay, bro.
That was clear.
It was in the past. Okay. Body shot. Body shot.
Yeah.
Bro, what is body shot?
Body shot, man.
Like a body shot.
I'll
body
show
shot.
you again.
Body shot. It's
I'll
like
show you
this. It's
again.
not this.
That wasn't there. You didn't go like that.
Listen, my friend.
I think one thing
What's
that
going
fans...
on? This body shot. This body shot. It's not. It's,
Oh,
not, it's not only one punch. It's not only one. You punch every time. I don't know who you talk to. Punch like bow from Usyk. Listen, you boxer. You're not fighter MMA. You boxer, Daniel, world champion. Hey, guy.
Come on.
Smile.
Come on.
And the
Come
point
on.
is, that groin protector,
Huh?
like the groin protector,
Huh?
if you push that and hit that, it all moves. So you don't have to punch right on it
Yeah.
to pressure it.
Yeah, bro. Now it's like a story.
Yeah.
It was in the past.
Yeah.
We have now new fight. We have today, present, now. Future, I don't know. In the past, today.
Now, with the rematch scheduled for July at Wembley Stadium, the boxing world is once again split. Dubois, the younger and stronger man, has rebounded impressively since that loss. He has strung together a trio of powerful victories, most notably knockout wins over Jarrell Miller, Filip Hrgović, and Anthony Joshua. That run has seen his reputation skyrocket, and many now view him as a legitimate threat to Usyk's reign. After defeating Hrgović, Dubois was elevated to IBF heavyweight champion. He then successfully defended that belt against Joshua in September, proving his growth and increasing his confidence heading into this second bout.
And I've been able to see the resurgence of Daniel Dubois. It's been beautiful. It's been amazing. He's been able to change the minds of those who doubted him. And the big win he just got over Joshua.
The rematch narrative has become a battle of youth versus experience. Usyk, now 38 years old, has had a storied career. He was the undisputed cruiserweight king before moving up to heavyweight, where he beat Anthony Joshua twice, and recently edged out Tyson Fury to become the undisputed heavyweight champion. However, he later vacated the IBF title to fulfill a contractual rematch with Fury. That decision opened the door for Dubois to claim and defend the IBF belt, setting up a second showdown between the two.
He, to me, has become a fighter that just about any weight class can look at and take something from.
Usyk.
Usyk, yes, sir, because he has a style and a technique that kind of crosses over a lot of the weight classes, just like he did, as a professional.
British heavyweight Dave Allen, who has sparred with both Usyk and Dubois, is putting his money on the younger challenger this time. Allen believes that timing is everything in boxing, and that the stars are aligning for Dubois. He argues that Usyk, despite his incredible skill set, is not a natural heavyweight and is beginning to show signs of wear from years of tough fights. Allen thinks Dubois, who is constantly improving and growing into his physical prime, is poised to pull off the upset.
And who are you calling for?
You know what? I've been calling for Dubois to win. I think Dubois...
Is that because you think he can win, or is it because you want him to win?
I think, no, Alexander Usyk and I got on really well. He gave me his jacket once. He gave me a coat. It was nice. It was nice of me.
You might ask for that back.
No, I gave it to my dad. My dad don't give me it back. I think he's going to sell it soon. I just think it's about timing, really. Alexander Usyk, nearing 40. He's not physically... He's not a heavyweight. I don't think he's a heavyweight at all. I think he's still...
Despite beating legitimate heavyweights like Tyson Fury,
yeah,
who are real
I don't think he's a heavy... I really don't. I think he could do cruiserweight still now. I just think it's the timing. Daniel Dubois is getting better and better all the time. And I just think this is the right time for Daniel Dubois to beat Usyk.
Former world champion Amir Khan also weighed in with his own unique angle. While he too sees Dubois as a more dangerous fighter now, Khan believes that very confidence could backfire. He argues that Dubois' cautious approach in their first meeting may have actually helped him stay competitive. Now, after knocking out top-tier opponents and riding high on momentum, Khan thinks Dubois might come into the rematch too aggressively. That could leave him open to Usyk's pinpoint counters and ring IQ, possibly making it an even easier fight for Usyk than the first.
Maybe when he was fighting him the first time, he was careful. He was smarter. He knew, he was very cagey, thinking, I don't know what I'm going to expect. I'm fighting the best ever, you know what I mean? In Usyk, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But now, because he might be overconfident, or he might think, I've got his number, I know how to beat him, and he opens up a little bit more, he'll end up getting caught more, he might get hurt more. Might be an easier fight for Usyk.
John Fury, the outspoken father of Tyson Fury, isn't buying the idea that Usyk is still the man to beat. He believes that the wear and tear from fighting his son twice, plus the natural decline that comes with age, have left Usyk vulnerable. According to Fury, Dubois only needs to land one clean shot to end the fight. He sees the younger, fresher fighter as being in the perfect position to dethrone the aging champion, calling this the ideal moment for Dubois to rise to the top.
Usyk was a lucky man. Timing was right for him. That's all I can say about that. What's done's done. But let me tell you, good luck to Alexander Usyk. He deserves to stay champion for a long time. But again, he's going to go on too long. And I just see now Daniel Dubois becoming a multi-belt champion soon. Because how many fights you got in you? You come up from cruiserweight to heavyweight. You got these big men banging away at you. He's only got to walk into one. And the bar's up for him. He's on a good win over Anthony Joshua. He had a good fight with the American Miller. And at the end of the day, I just think it's a young man's game and anything can happen. But you could well see a new champion in Wembley soon.
Shannon Briggs, never short on opinions, kept things simple but clear. He's all in on Usyk. For Briggs, Usyk's biggest weapon isn't his power or size, it's his mind. Briggs sees Usyk's intelligence, adaptability, and composure as key ingredients that separate him from other heavyweights. Even with the physical challenges that come with age and size disadvantages, Briggs believes Usyk's boxing brain gives him a major edge.
Wow, long time. You the champ. Let's go, champ. Alexander Usyk's going to face Daniel Dubois in England and Wembley. Who do you think wins that one?
I like Usyk.
Another vocal supporter of Usyk is Tony Bellew, a man who once faced the Ukrainian himself in the ring. Bellew has remained an admirer of Usyk's technical brilliance and conditioning. In his assessment of the rematch, Bellew didn't hold back. He questioned Dubois' resolve in their first encounter, claiming the British fighter mentally folded under pressure in the 9th round. While Bellew acknowledged that Dubois has come a long way and now presents a more serious challenge, he's convinced the outcome will be the same. He expects Usyk to take control once the fight crosses the halfway mark, where his stamina and strategy often shine the brightest.
He's shown that he can overcome difficult times in fights now, and I think the victory over Anthony Joshua is going to propel his confidence levels to an all-time high. So I think he's well in this fight. I think he's a super dangerous challenger, and he'll go into it with a lot of belief, but I believe that belief will get shrunk. As the rounds pass and as the shots start getting landed on him, the questions will be asked of him again. Alexander Usyk will be victorious. I'm going Usyk again, and I think by late stoppage, if not points. Stoppage? I think he can stop him. Yeah, I just think he figures it out, X. It's what his mindset and the frequency he's on is a different level to everybody else. It's like this guy's gone up against a 6'9" monster in Tyson Fury and figured him out. Yeah. This guy's gone up against one of the biggest punchers in boxing in Anthony Joshua and figured him out twice. He's already beaten Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois is a big, strong guy. Immense power. I give him all the credit in the world. And he's overcome many demons, but he hasn't shown us yet that he can get this job done over 12 rounds, and I just don't see him.
On the opposite side of the debate is Prince Nassim Hamed, who is backing Dubois to pull off a shocking win. Hamed believes that Dubois is the only fighter who has truly rattled Usyk so far. He sees the moment Usyk went down in their first fight, controversial or not, as a rare instance where the Ukrainian looked unsure of himself. That, to Hamed, was a sign that Dubois has what it takes to get inside Usyk's head. With his current form and rising confidence, Hamed believes Dubois can bring an overwhelming level of intensity this time around, and if he fights clean, he could potentially dominate and even destroy Usyk to become undisputed.
Just very quickly, Fury, AJ next, you think both of them coming off losses? It's the fight we always wanted to see as domestic boxing fans.
Yeah, I suppose that fight is right there, and everybody still wants to see it. But to be honest, we've still got Daniel Dubois. And I was sat next to Daniel Dubois.
Triple D, baby.
Triple D, baby, all day, every day. Let me just tell you this. In my eyes, for me, he's the only one. Triple D is the only one, Daniel Dubois is the only one that's ever hurt Usyk and put him down on the floor, made him think. And he was down there for like 3-4 minutes. So who's to say that once he fights Usyk again, to go out there and absolutely destroy him and bring our belts back to our country like it's supposed to be.
Ricky Hatton took a more psychological approach, attributing Dubois' underwhelming first performance against Usyk to unresolved mental scars from his earlier loss to Joe Joyce. Hatton suggested that Dubois hadn't yet fully regained his confidence at that time, which affected his mindset in the ring. With more recent victories seemingly restoring his self-belief, Hatton hinted that a mentally renewed Dubois could offer a very different challenge this time around, if he truly now believes he belongs among boxing's elite.
Daniel Dubois, what do you make of that fight, the rematch? I think it's the best fight. I think they're the best two heavyweights in the world, and there was a bit of controversy with it last time, which goes with the grain in boxing, doesn't it? A bit of controversy, but no, I think Daniel's got a better chance than he had the first time. Yeah, what with the win off Joshua, that his confidence is massively up. Well, when he fought Usyk last time, he come off the defeat from Joyce, and but now he's absolutely flying. He's got as good a chance, better chance than he had the first.
Lennox Lewis added intensity to the pre-fight discourse by revisiting a controversial moment from the first bout. He criticized the referee's decision to rule Dubois' body shot a low blow, an act that allowed Usyk time to recover and eventually regain control. Lewis saw this as a decisive turning point and implied that Usyk may have shown a vulnerability to body shots that Dubois could exploit if given another opportunity. He also hinted that the experience may have toughened Dubois and prepared him better for this second chance.
I'm thinking he's ready. You know, he's been through the trials and tribulations. He's the King Slayer, and he's got the power. He's been there before, so he was just there. He knocked the guy down, so he knows what he needs to do. So it would be great for him to do it. Another man do it for Great Britain. It's not an easy task, but he's definitely the man that can go through with it. He's done the work. He's gone through the pedigree, and he's a certified champion. So, you know, I think he has big hopes. So it's definitely his place. He's at home. He's focused. He's determined. This is his dream. So, you know, there's nothing stopping him.
You were there that night in September last year when he took on Anthony Joshua in front of 96,000 people. Were you shocked by what you saw that night?
Not shocked. I knew Daniel had it in him. The fact that he had the confidence to go out there, even the ring walk, I could tell was pretty solid going out there. And I was very happy for him when he won, because that shot came from right field and it met its target.
Meanwhile, Fabio Wardley offered a more technical breakdown informed by his own time in the ring with both fighters. He acknowledged Dubois' clear improvements, but emphasized that Usyk's intelligence, movement, and adaptability still place him a level above. Wardley appeared to respect Dubois' growth, but remained convinced that Usyk's superior ring craft would likely decide the outcome once again.
It's still a fantastic fight regardless. Obviously, Dubois had a bit of growing since his first time out with Usyk. So, yeah, it still makes for a very intriguing fight. But I do think for the most part it's pretty much going to go the same way. Not to take anything away from Daniel and his progression over time, but ultimately I just think Usyk is a hard man to bet against at the moment.
Having faced both men, Derek Chisora spoke from direct experience and refused to make a definitive prediction. While recognizing Dubois' development, he emphasized the difficulty of overcoming a fighter as focused and tactically sharp as Usyk. His comments suggested a belief that Usyk remains one of the most mentally disciplined and strategically advanced fighters in the sport, even if he stops short of making a bold forecast.
Derek, in regards to yourself, are you going to just sit back and see what happens with Dubois and Usyk first?
Yes, because I want to sit down and watch it. So, you know, give a shout to Daniel. Good luck anyway. You know, you'll be fighting a guy who's very on point. So, yeah, I'll be watching.
Carl Froch offered one of the more nuanced perspectives. He sees this rematch as far closer than the original bout, largely due to Dubois' recent high-level victories and upward momentum. Froch still leans slightly toward Usyk, crediting his deep experience and technique, but also noted the potential impact of age on the Ukrainian's performance. In Froch's view, the margin is thin, an acknowledgement of just how much ground Dubois has gained since their first encounter.
So, as I mentioned at the start, I'm here for the rematch for Alexander Usyk, Daniel Dubois. Second time. The first time they fought, Dubois got stopped with a heavy, stiff-looking jab from the southpaw position, and people questioned his desire and heart for the game, saying that he kind of quit. I mean, he did get dropped with a right hand, and he did just stand up in time, like 9 seconds, and the referee waved it off. But he had a really good fight. He really did give Usyk something to think about. He hit him with that low blow. It was borderline. It wasn't straight in the crown jewels, but it was a low blow, and the referee declared it no knockdown. And a big fuss and song and dance was made about it being a low blow. Frank Warren made a big deal about it, and fair enough. I mean, Dubois put Usyk on the floor, and it was borderline. And you've probably seen everything. It was ruled a low blow, so it didn't go in Daniel Dubois' favour. Usyk got 4 or 5 minutes to recover, climbed off the floor, and then ended up stopping Daniel Dubois with a solid right hand. I think it was round 9, and yeah, won the fight, defended his titles. But this is the rematch, and Dubois is a different animal. He's a better fighter now. He's had some great wins against Gerald Miller, Hrgovic. He absolutely splattered Anthony Joshua. We've seen that fight, and he's now full of confidence. He's on the crest of a wave, and he's a guy now getting into the ring really, really solidly, believing in himself. He's like a new fighter. He's now IBF world champion. He's not beaten the champ to get the title.
Stirring the pot further, Martin Bakole claimed he had stopped both fighters in past sparring sessions. While sparring lacks the stakes and scrutiny of official bouts, his remarks created a ripple across the boxing community. He dismissed Dubois' chances outright, citing what he sees as a lack of tactical depth compared to Usyk. Regardless of whether his claims are taken seriously, Bakole's confidence added another layer of intrigue.
I know why I'm saying that, because
I learned box from my brother with Saxpo. Not only learn from that, but I know how to stop and cross the ring. But Daniel Dubois does. I was respecting the Usyk to get beat by Gypsy King, but I was surprised, shocked he beat Gypsy King twice. And Joshua is good, it's a tough guy, but he doesn't know how to cross the ring. That's the reason why you see Usyk is schooling them. I think Daniel Dubois will never change. He'll just keep his style, but Usyk is more higher than him, and he's going to keep the same thing, same stuff, just try to avoid that box shot.
Dillian Whyte took a level-headed approach, analyzing the rematch through the lens of career patterns. He pointed out that Dubois had previously crumbled under pressure in big moments, as seen against Joyce and Usyk. Still, Whyte noted the significance of Dubois' rebound and recent wins. He suggested that while Usyk's dominance remains intact, Dubois now has a legitimate shot, provided he can maintain composure under fire and take advantage of any openings that come his way.
I think it's a very good fight. It's a very good fight because obviously they met before. Obviously, you just have to see what Dubois turned up and what Usyk turned up. Obviously Usyk's very consistent. Usyk's very, very consistent. Dubois has been consistently, but he's had some inconsistency in his career as well. Obviously the two ones that stick out is against Usyk and against Joe Joyce. But obviously, but Usyk has always been consistent. This fights he's been hurt, fights he's been, wobbled and stuff, and he's such a consistent professional. But Dubois has got power and he's got confidence, and right now he's flying high at the minute. So it's hard to pick a winner right now.
The rematch has become more than just a fight. It's a crossroads moment for both men. Usyk is aiming to become a two-time undisputed heavyweight champion, a feat that would further cement his legendary status. Dubois, on the other hand, is looking to prove that he's not just a talented contender, but a true champion who can overcome one of the most technically gifted fighters of this era.